This is a story of a pastor who was accused of wanting to kill a son because he has none. Hello wonderful people, welcome to Shishan Bright YouTube channel. This is a channel where we share stories of faith, courage and purpose. Let's move into the story. This pastor has no son, and he has this young man that both of them have been friends for a long time. This pastor is far older than this young man, but their age differences doesn't change their relationship. And this young man, he's still a bachelor, so most of the time he goes to his house and eats. So when this young man got a job that was paying him well, that can sustain a family, this pastor advised this young man to go and pick a wife, since he now has a job that can sustain him and his family. And this young man accepted, and they found a wife and they started making preparation for their wedding. So this pastor called this young man and said, let them go and rent an apartment and live together since they are good friends. And this young man accepted, and they rented 3-bedroom flats, which the pastor took 2 bedrooms and leave 1 bedroom and the big parlor for the young man. And 2 of them started living in peace, no problem. Even when he married the wife, and the wife came to join them, and they were living in peace, there was no problem. As time goes on, the wife got pregnant and gave birth. Then in their local church, what they does was that the church members, the women in that church, will be going to birth the baby. They will be going there every day, like they will be assigning women to go there every day to birth the child. But because of the distance, they told the pastor's wife to help them in birthing the young man's child. And this woman, because of their relationship and being their flatmate, living together, she accepted with all her heart. And every morning she will go there and birth the newborn baby. And as time goes on, the woman was doing it with all pleasure. When this woman is birthing the baby, he will throw the child up. As she was just doing that out of good mind, as time goes on, this child delivered a sickness. There is one sickness in my local language, it is called openembabishi, but I don't know what it's called in English. If I get to know it, I might put it up here. So this child developed this sickness, and they started finding solution to that sickness. They started finding solution, and it happened that somewhere they went to for the cure, they were told that the cause of that sickness is by throwing a child up, a newborn baby up. That is the cause of the sickness. So this man and the wife got angry against this pastor and the wife, and started thinking that this pastor wants to kill their child because he has no one. But this pastor don't know that this young man and the wife have already has grudge, that they have grudges against them. They don't know. What did this young man did? He went to call the elders of the church. He invited them to come to their house, that he has something to tell them. And the elders gathered. The pastor saw them and he was like, why are you people here, and other stuff, and greeted them without even knowing what was going on. Even the elders that came was not aware of what the man wants to say. So after everything, when the meeting was set, they asked the young man, why did you call us? He said that they should ask the pastor the reason why he wants to kill his son for him, because he has no one. The pastor was shocked. The wife was shocked. Even the church members, they were like, how? Why will you say such thing? What happened? He started explaining how the wife were throwing the baby up. Now the baby is sick. They want to kill the child because they don't have any child. The pastor was broken. The wife was broken. This caused a serious quarrel between them. The enmity started from that day. The wife will enter the kitchen and face like this, and the young man's wife will come and face the other one. They were talking and greeting after church members tried to settle them, but the reconciliation wasn't coming from their hearts. There is this Igbo adage that says, Ekele awo arenama. They were just greeting, but that friendship, that relationship, that love wasn't there anymore. So as time goes on, when this thing was happening, it was when this pastor was still in pastoring school. So when he graduated, he was told to bring his family members, to celebrate with him, and he's going to be given a pulpit. By this time, this child is already 5 years old. That means 5 years later, when this pastor graduated from school, they told him that he should bring his family members. So this pastor, he when he got home, he was thinking about it. How is he going to mount a pulpit when he has grudges in his heart? So he called his wife and told his wife to go and get cola nuts for him. Look at what he wants to do. The wife said, no, lie, that it will not happen. But the pastor insisted, and she went to the market and got the cola nuts. And he called this young man, and the young man and the wife came out. By that time, they have gotten other children. This pastor knelt down and said, it is true that I wanted to kill your son, but I did not succeed. Find a place in your heart to forgive me. This young man fell down on the floor and started crying. The pastor started crying. The two wives started crying. They cried. They wept until they have no strength to cry again. They stood up, dusted their body, and hugged themselves. That is where the love came back. That is when the reconciliation happened, and they started living together again. Later, the pastor packed out from that house. And till date, this young man's wife doesn't use that woman that she accused of trying to kill his son to play. So what are the moral lessons of this story? Remember, this is a true life story. This is a true life story. If it were you, will you accept what you did not do only to reconcile? Even when the pastor said that he wanted to, the young man have already known the truth. For him to break down and start crying, that means he wants to apologize, but he don't have the guts to go and apologize to this man, because he knew that he has bite the finger that fed him. Even when his mother came, his mother pleaded on his behalf. The pastor said, no problem, I have forgiven him. But yet he still has that grudge in his heart, until that day that he knelt down by himself. Instead of him, if it were most of us, we would be like, no, he's the one that wronged me, he has to be the one to apologize. But for the sake of heaven, for the sake of the pulpit, and for the sake of his mental health, he apologized to this young man. He reconciled. What are the moral lessons of this story? Forgiveness is a sign of true strength. The pastor's willingness to forgive, even when the man did not apologize, and he's the one that apologized, shows that forgiveness is where the strength lies, not in revenge. So this is where I'll be ending today's video and story. Please comment, subscribe, and share the video, and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video will be uploaded. Bye bye.